All right, guys, let's take a look at a Fortis model that could potentially overthrow some of the watches you're looking at in the luxury segment. This is the Fortis Flieger F-43 triple GMT. It is in titanium, grade 2, I believe, because there's no polish bits. It's full raw titanium. Full nice bracelet, excellent clasp. Good size. It's a little healthy on the dimensions, but it's still very lightweight and comfortable on wrist. This is a 43 millimeter case, 54.5 millimeter lug to lug, 15.6 millimeter thick, 21 millimeter lug width. Bracelet does taper down a little bit, I believe, to 20. I better double check that. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, like 20. And the oversized crown is 7.66 millimeter, has a 200 meter water depth rating on it, 151 grams sized up for my wrist. So what would this compete with? It's at a $4,400 price point. There's a reason why, partly because of the GMT movement they use and the titanium, and then, you know, the overall finishing and everything. But it is also a COSC movement. This is the Kinesis movement that you would see in some other, say, like Tudor GMTs and stuff. You know, it's that same company. But this one, Fortis calls Caliber Work 13, 70-hour power reserve, anti-magnetic, and it has the feature that a lot of people that are after GMTs really like, and that is, if I can get this one position out, has the travel jump hour GMT hand, which you will use to advance the date position, which currently is the red 13, but if we advance this, you'll see that it jumps over to the 14. Now you can do that in reverse too, like if you travel back over that time zone. But this is a pretty cool movement. It is definitely a traveler's GMT. Very clean, smooth operation, nice wind to it, easy to manipulate. And it also has a bi-directional 24-click, excellent bezel action on this, 12-hour bezel. I would like to see some of these colored in a different color. Maybe the orange. They could color it in the orange. It's a little hard to read. You have to catch the light just right to read them. But still a great looking watch. Nice bracelet, nice drape to it. And then it has a good clasp, all done in titanium. They're very similar to their stainless steel one, but just in titanium. Still has the on-the-fly quick adjust button here, so you can adjust that. So, yeah, it's definitely a contender for watches in that price point, I believe, if the size works for your wrist. It is a long lug to lug, I'll give you that. Because it's one thing, you know, 42 by 50 that is kind of like the Tudor Pelly or something like that. But this one's like 43 by 54.5. Still works on my 7.25 inch wrist. It's just a larger watch. But the weight at only 151 gram just balances out nicely on the wrist. So totally wearable. Keep in mind it is a Flieger, so a little bit larger dial is warranted. But like I said, still a large watch. Let's give it a quick blast, because this one has a little bit different lume. Still applied the same way, where it has like those buildups, but you can see it's bright white instead of the green that you would see on the other Fortis. So let's kill the lights and check the lume on this thing. Yeah, so it's basically kind of like a BGW 9 formula. It's a little more bright blue. And then we still get the very cool UV activated orange seconds hand, the GMT, the framing on the date window, and then in that inner 24-hour ring for your other time zones. And then, of course, the bit up top there in between the 11, 12, and 1 spanning across there. So triple GMT means, you know, you get your 12-hour time, you get your second 12-hour time, and then of course you have your 24-hour register in the center there where your short GMT hand is pointing towards. I don't know anybody that needs to track 3 time zones. I barely need to track 1 time zone, but if you can do it, why not do it? I guess I'm sure you could find a reason to track a few different time zones. Thanks for watching, guys. Big thanks to Fortis for sending this over, and I'll catch you on the next video.